Hi, I'm Drew.
I'm Scott.
Welcome to Everyman's Whiskey.
Drew, you like apples?
I like apples.
You like whiskey?
I like whiskey.
Today, we've got apple-flavored whiskey. How about them apples?
Today on Everyman's Whiskey, we're sampling apple whiskeys. We have the Crown Royal, the Evan Williams, the Jim Beam, and the Jack Daniels.
Drew, that's a lot of apple whiskey.
It is a lot of apple whiskey.
While a lot of whiskey purists turn their nose up at flavored whiskeys, this is the second time we've reviewed a flavored whiskey. If you'll remember the peanut butter episode.
Oh gosh, don't remind me.
Which was not good.
No.
There's a huge reason why they choose to delve into flavors, and the answer to that also happens to be green.
Oh, money.
Money. They make a killing on these. A whole nother market segment opens up. And Apple just overtook recently honey as the top whiskey flavor.
Really?
Yep. I've never tried any apple whiskey in my life. You?
I've had the Crown, and that's the only one. So I'm excited to try the other one.
Me too.
So, by the way,
Can't be worse than peanut butter.
I liked the early fact. That was nice.
Bonus.
Yeah, bonus fact.
Yep.
I love facts. Well, let's get started. For our first tasting today, we're going to the Crown Royal Canadian apple whiskey. This one is 35 proof and it's $15.
The only Canadian whiskey apple variation we're having today, right?
True. Yep. And the only whiskey that I've had before that we're trying today.
The first and only you've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Of the apple whiskeys, yeah.
So these are made with Regal Gala apples, which I didn't know Regal Gala was a thing. I've heard of Gala apples.
Yeah.
And Crown was the first of the four to come on the market in late 2014. And their process is they use water and alcohol with the apples to create like an alcohol infusion that they then distill and select the best parts of to incorporate into the Canadian whiskey.
Okay. Cool.
Can smell that like.
Oh yeah,
as you poured it.
Yeah, you can smell it from here.
Smells really good.
Yeah. And I will say, so I've had this just straight.
Quite a bit of it, looks like.
And on the rocks. And it is better on the rocks.
Yeah.
But for the show, I
rocks.
thought that we should do all of these neat.
Makes sense.
Yep. On the nose, I mean, it's straight up apple. You really don't get too much.
A little alcohol.
Yeah, a hint of ethanol.
But the overwhelming smell is apple, as you would expect.
Yeah.
I mean,
right. All right. Well, the color is very light honey. And for the taste.
man, that's good. It's the honey with the apple. I taste quite a bit of together.
It's very, very sweet. Yeah.
It's a little maybe syrupy
Mm-hmm.
at the end.
Yeah. Let me go in for the second
It's
one.
good, though. I see why you drank most of all that bottle.
I mean, I've had it for several years. I think I bought it when it first came out. So
I can see why ice might enhance this a little bit.
Yeah.
Take out the syrupy.
It is very syrupy.
So you know a lot about apples. Just you happen to know a lot about apples.
I mean, I like apples. I like trying different types of apples.
Would you be able to tell, like, oh, this is definitely a green apple or a Gala apple with this?
Not with this, but if I was like blindfolded eating an apple,
An
I
actual
could
apple.
tell the different flavor.
But not picking it up in the Crown.
No, definitely not. I've got no idea. It just kind of tastes like apple. Little syrup, honey, apple action going on. Let's try the finish. On the back end, you definitely get that syrup, but you also get that apple even all the way through.
A little burn, not much, but
Not much.
this is my first time even having Crown Royal, so it's kind of a crude introduction.
Oh, yeah, it is. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I would have started you off with the original.
Another episode.
Okay, there we go.
Maybe.
Yeah, season 2. Huh. Well, let's move on to our next one. For our next tasting, we're going to Evan Williams.
Evan Williams, this is newer on the market. I think like spring of 2019 this came on. they're saying is picked, fresh, poured, smooth.
There you go. This one is also 35% and also $15.
Very cheap. And
So-
it's there's no specific apple given for the flavor, just green apple flavors.
Okay.
So it sounds kind of artificial.
A little bit lighter in color.
Quite a bit.
You don't smell it from here like you did the other one. But on the nose, it has actually even more apple than
You
the
think?
first one. Yeah. Yeah. It's not... Because it was weird, because the first one, like, giant whiff
Filled the room.
hit you in the face. And this one,
It's more subtle.
yeah. But, no, it's more.
No,
I'm getting more from it.
when it's up to your nose.
Yeah.
though, not when we first opened.
Right, yeah. All right. Let's go in for it. Really syrupy. I think I get pure syrup.
Very
that.
sweet, syrupy,
Yeah. The apple hits.
a little Jolly Rancher-ish,
Yeah. Yeah.
but not in a great way.
Right. No, not like you want more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I have to take two more?
That's whatever. No, you don't.
I'll take one more.
Quality over quantity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's probably good.
It's definitely good.
Yeah, it's syrupy. It'd be probably a good mixer, but
If it's not the worst of the four we try, I'm going to be a little sad.
that's fair. Yeah.
Let's go.
Our third tasting today is going to be Jim Beam apple.
Got to be better than Evan Williams.
Has to be.
This one came in shortly after the Royal Crown apple
Okay.
in early 2015, spring of 2015.
Yeah.
And it's also a apple liqueur mixed with Jim Beam bourbon.
This one is 32.5 proof. 32.5% alcohol, so 65 proof. And it is $18, readily available. All of these are readily available. So,
And relatively inexpensive.
yeah, which is a bonus, you know. This one is kind of more of a very light amber, slightly darker than the last one. On the nose,
But not as dark as the first.
right. On the nose, I'm not even sure why we're doing the nose, just because they all smell like apple. You might get a hint of ethanol, but they're all just apple.
But
so.
not like, I don't know, not overly apple, this one.
Alright, this one is far less syrupy. Actually on the verge of pleasurable.
Ooh,
I know.
it's a lot different than both of the other two.
It's a lot smoother too, and it's probably the most whiskey.
Yeah, I still get wood notes in there and some spice that I didn't really get in either of the first two.
There you go. See, you're
Man.
getting some good stuff. Yeah, the bourbon is really coming through on this, along with the apple.
It would be great with some ice, I think.
Definitely.
Also, all
Yeah.
these would be really
Yeah.
probably a dumb statement. But so far, man, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
It feels more like an apple bourbon
that's fair.
than the others just felt like apple flavored. Like
Yeah.
basically an apple liqueur.
Now, do you have a third fact for us while I take my third sip?
I kind of already spent the fact here, just that they were released shortly after the Crown Royal in 2015.
Oh, that was the fact. Okay.
And then it's also like a green apple flavor.
Yeah.
No specific apple.
Okay. No, well, fair enough.
Yep.
You ready for the next one?
Yep.
Okay, let's go.
Let's do it.
For our last tasting today, we're going to Jack Daniel's. This one is back to 35%, and it is an apple liqueur blended with Jack Daniel's Tennessee whiskey.
Cost?
Cost is $20.
$20. Fact about this one, it's the most recent of the four we're trying. It came in late 2019, so pretty new on the market, relatively speaking. And it uses a variety of 3 apples, Macintosh, Granny Smith, and Red Delicious.
There you go.
3 apples.
No. This one is the darkest of the three that we've tried. So you've got the medium amber color to it.
I can still pick up some old number 7 on that nose.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, certainly apple first.
Right, but you do smell the Jack Daniels. You're all right. So you get a little bit of hint of wood in it. A little bit of the charred oak. Let's go for it.
Going in? Okay.
Very smooth. Very smooth. It's you get that Jack Daniels taste to it, but still the whiskey. I feel like this one does the best job of complementing the whiskey.
The Jack.
Yeah, because they keep intertwining
throughout the taste of it. I get that too. And I like that both this and the Jim Beam, you can really taste the bourbon or the whiskey throughout, versus just flavored alcohol liqueur type.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be really good mixed with lemonade.
Oh, I could see that.
Yeah, I think that would be fantastic.
That would be really tasty.
With ice on a hot day.
Yeah, I think when we toast at the end, I might do this on ice, because that sounds really good. This one is, it's smooth. I think that's the best way to describe it. Like I could sit here and sip it.
Yeah.
And wouldn't think anything of that.
It's not syrupy like the first couple. Pretty well done.
Yeah.
As you would expect with Jack Daniels.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. It's good stuff. So Scott.
So Drew.
We took a little trip down Apple Whiskey Lane.
We did.
And I think you and I would both agree to avoid this one.
Strongly agree. Avoid it.
Yep.
Almost at all costs. It's pretty gross.
The Crown, I would say if you're intentionally buying something to mix, then I could see that as being beneficial.
Great mixer. Maybe even on ice. It's certainly drinkable, worth trying.
Yeah, a little bit syrupy. Mm-hmm. So, but for me, I'm kind of debating between these two.
Battling it out.
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
I also agree that those two are neck and neck, but I'm going with Jim Beam for my final choice. I've got it on ice, which I'm excited to try. Mm-hmm. And for me, it just had the wood notes throughout that I could taste, like the true Jim Beam, and some of the spices that I appreciated.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with the Jack Daniels, again, on ice for our final. I like the Jack Daniels complement flavor with the apple, but it's
split ticket,
and they're $2 difference. So I don't think that there's by any means a clear winner on this.
But if you normally drink Jack, get the Jack. If you normally drink Jim Beam, get that one.
No, I feel like that sums it up pretty well.
Yep.
Yeah. So thanks for joining us today on Every Man's Whiskey.
As always, please be sure to like, subscribe, share the videos, and comment below with any thoughts about these. Maybe you've had them. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, definitely. And remember, quality over quantity.
Drink responsibly.
I mean, the only reason to me that you would ever buy the Evan Williams is if you were trying to make something that tasted like a Jolly Rancher.
Or
Maybe
you
that's a...
want to buy a gift for someone you hated.
What's that mean? I totally want to do that.
That route, if you want.